Good morning, Danny Guido, Tony Service Center, President of the Automotive Service Association, President of the Napa Business Development Group. This goes out to everybody. I was reading an email today from the Democratic Party about unveiling a $2.5 trillion virus economic stimulus plan that talks about foregoing or a temporary reprieve of mortgage and car payments and credit card bills. And I think that's good. I think that a lot of us would be very calm about having to stay at home if we knew we didn't have to pay months and months of bills that would build up and have a small reprieve and pay them on the backside. But I'm talking to Automotive today, and I want to talk to those men and women who are in their first 5 or 10 years of business and maybe still have a note to pay on their business, or they're leasing their facility. I'm not talking to those members of the automotive community who are already retired. They're already in their days of good times, and they're not worried about where they're going to make their payments. I think you have to hold strong. I think you have to stay open. We're definitely a business that people need us. I mean, my shop today is busy. We've got 6 or 7 jobs. They're all high paying. I think you need to decide what you're going to do with your employees, and I'm letting you know as a business owner, if things go extremely south and they ask us to close, we're going to stimulate our employees with 20 hours a week of paid time off and let them bank it for the future time and hope that helps them through. They won't be working a full week, but they'll be working a partial week. We don't think we're going to be closed. I know that a lot of people are going to have some issues over that, but my point is that have a plan prepared. Decide what you're going to do. Let your customers know that you're going to be out there. Maybe you don't want to need to have a full staff. Have part of the staff work the first part of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Have the other part work the other way, half a day on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that way it'll work out. Those that have families and are getting, maybe their wife works for a government, or maybe they work for a civil service, things are a little bit different. They'll probably continue to get their paycheck. It's different here in free enterprise and where we have to make money to keep on going. Your biggest concern is if you do want to do an SBA loan that's out there now, or maybe something from Marlin from AutoZone, or maybe something from your own bank, remember that those have to be paid back. I doubt the debt forgiveness part is going to be on the table. I'm sure they'll say you'll pay them back. And even for those of you that are making a good wage, you have to remember that you may not get a $1,200 stimulus check or whatever the stimulus check might be, because you're making too much money now. And even if you do, you'll have to pay it back. So think twice and make a plan now with your employees. Make sure everybody's on it. You don't want to disable yourself 90 days from now when everything goes back to normal, or even 6 months from now, because there'll still be an employee shortage, and you don't want to let those people go. You've built a crew. You've made them work. You've taught them how to do things. Stay with those people. Treat them right. Treat them like yourself. Decide how far your income or your reserve is going to take you, and be trustful to the employees about that, and let them know what will you need. The biggest thing I find out is that some garages are closing, and I'm wondering, are you paying your employees their full wages? Are you paying their health insurance? It's a big deal. I hope that the health insurance payments go into that temporary reprieve too, because I'd like to make sure that my employees have health insurance more than they even have pay. I'm not too sure which is more important right now, but I'm telling you from a standpoint, I agree with what they're trying to do in Congress, but they need to get it done now. And until then, run your business the way you always have. Keep things clean, keep things fresh. Let customers know that you're doing that. Book in as many jobs as you can. Don't say no. Now's the time not to worry about making that exact gross profit. Maybe it's time to negotiate a little bit and get those jobs in. Talk to your fleets. Make sure things go the correct direction. And please, you can call me anytime you want, 602-264-9866. I've had a lot of meetings with executives from other businesses and people that I know that have done really successfully about how we're going to plan this. And I know that some of you think that this may be a nonchalant time because you're busy and things are staying the same in your city, because maybe your city is not having a total shutdown of things. But this is Phoenix, Arizona, and we have a lot of businesses that are shut. The only ones that are open are health, first responders, gas, automotive, and some grocery stores. It's pretty quiet in Phoenix, so we're already thinking ahead of what we should do and how we're going to handle it. So if you have any advice, be sure and call us. And don't be taken into on the internet or Facebook about things that aren't true. Call your neighbors, find out what they're doing. Start teaming up. I'm not saying meet, I'm saying phone. write them an email, find out what they're doing, and get some exercise. Don't just sit at home and watch TV after you get off the end of the day. Go walk around the block, trying to keep your social distancing. But get out there and don't let yourself be thinking about it. Get your rest, because there are hard times ahead. Thanks.